Hi and welcome everyone to our today's tutorial about the GIS BasePac digitizing software. Today I would like to show you how you can convert your own fonts into some stitched monogram. Right, so if you have any specific font which you like to implement, it's no problem. There is a conversion program here where you can then type and use the stitches. So first thing, of course, you have to do is you have to find a nice font on the internet and download it for on some web page. And then first thing, always extract, right? So it will probably be downloaded in a zip file, so you would need to extract that one then. And then if you have the font here, this one for example, you have to first click on install and install the monogram. Next step would be you have to save this font together with the other fonts which are implemented with the GIS, right? So here in this case, it's my PC, then on the C drive, GIS, GIS data, and fonts. And here you just copy paste it in, and it's then implemented in your GIS. Right, so if I go now here in my file, you see I already prepared a frame. I want to do some patch with my own font. What you do next is you're now in the monogram mode, right? So you would go now onto File, then we have Font Management. Now here are already all your fonts which you can use, which are already stitches, right? So what we want to do is here convert Windows TrueType fonts. Now it's bringing you into the path where you just saved your last font, right? So I have to look now if it's here, was something with Coventry. Ah, there you go. There's my, sorry. There is my file. By the way, it might be that your font is not found here yet. In this case, after you installed the font, just make a restart of your computer and then it will appear here. So I would now say, okay, I want to work on this one. Yes, I want to leave this name, maybe only Coventry Garden. Okay. And now it's automatically going through all the fonts or on all the letters which are downloaded, right? Okay, now you are ending up in the TrueType font converter. So you see here, you can now go through all the single letters and elements of your font, and you can now adjust step by step, right? Just like you would do in a structured filling, you can now edit by yourself, right? You can recalculate here your contour cuts and your stitch directions. If you do that, you can see how it behaves, right? Because it's automatically converted, you can really specifically check if it's enough overlap everywhere. If it's as you wish, you can still change the shape if you want. That's all possible, right? If I say that's not too long enough, I can just send it here and it will still be my letter G, right? So let me just recalculate. See, it will then recalculate my stitches here. Here, for example, if I would say this is for my taste not overlapping enough, I click onto this contour cut, and here you have the possibility to make the cut ultimate, right? So in this case, in the whole contour, there's a cut now. And now I could grab my contour and overlap it slightly. If nothing happens, always right mouse button and recalculate your stitches. So that's what I like more. So I say, okay, here, go next to the next letter and say, yes, please save this one, right? So I would recommend just in the beginning, always go through all the letters, right? Here, for example, I don't like I want another stitch direction, and this one is quite straight. So I would go and insert another stitch direction and recalculate, and then it looks already slightly better, right? Maybe here is a contour cut. Let me just see. No, I don't want to insert this one. Calculate, right. That looks better. Now I go over to the next letter. Yes, I want to save this one. And it jumps automatically to the next letter, right? So this goes on, goes on, goes on. Here on the left-hand side, you can see what letters are implemented in this font. Especially here, those ones which have some, umlaut or whatever. I would always go and double check in case. Of course, the more complicated and twirly your letters are, the more trouble you have, or not trouble, but the more work you will have to make it like really beautiful and like to make it really the way you want, right? So I would recommend always double check if you have a crazy font. Now I'm happy with that one, right? I just trust my work from before and say, okay, that's more or less okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And just go. Of course, always, for example, in case of the letter N, is there even an N here? Or the W? Here you would need to decide what kind of corners you want, right? In some cases, you want a mitre corner where those ones are like, like not stopping here, but going here and then here. So it depends on how you want to create the letters, right? You still have a lot of power here to choose by yourself how you want to create it. I'm happy with that for now. So I would leave my converter, just say X. Yes, I want to change I want to save my changes. Okay, right. Now I'm back here in my frame. What I want to do now is I want to place my letter along this, this shape here. In this case, this is still marked in blue, right? So I first need to activate my drawing line in order to make it possible to place something on it. What I do, I go into my drawing, make sure I'm not inserting something. Now I have the possibility to activate my drawing line. See, now it's marked in red. And this is now highlighted, kept in mind, being active, right? But now I switch back to the monogram mode. I can move with my mouse onto this line, and then you see here, okay, it changes from now it knows, okay, I want to write onto this line. Or maybe let me write here. Let me do this here. Okay. Now I can see if I have my Coventry garden here. Let's cross fingers. Coventry garden. There you go. Now I can write here. And there you go. There's my lettering now. So if I mark this part now, I can just put this in a part and just make it smaller and treat it like all the other monograms, right? Of course, you also set the other parameters, like what's the space, like the default space between the letters and stuff. You can all put this together in the converter, right? A lot of possibilities you have there, but you see that already the calculation is pretty well done here. So you can kind of rely also on what the program is doing for you. So now I would also like to move this a bit along this line. So I would go back to the block mode here. And you see here now every letter has its own red spot. So you could like move the letter itself. But what I want to do, I want to reposition the entire lettering on my list, right? Now it looks already better. Now I can move it all back up here. And there you go. So yeah, that's how you would implement your own lettering. And yes, I kind of like it. You have a lot of design possibilities, and you can still like treat it very easily like another monogram, right? So a lot of calculation done for you, but you still have a lot of power to choose by yourself. If there are any other questions, just yeah, maybe contact us on the webpage or let me know. I'm Britta Sanders from ZSK, and yes, thanks for watching and have a great day.